The Swift population has shrunk by almost half in the past 10 years.
Fulbourn, on the outskirts of Cambridge, is home to one of the biggest colonies in this region. But there's been a lot of building work in the area recently which could have an impact on the birds. Tonight's Inside Out reports on how the developers have come up with an unusual solution.
This estate is perfect for swifts. Every year, more than 60 pairs return here to breed. The reason it's so good is up there. The tiny gaps between the wooden board and the concrete are just the right size for swifts to get in and make their nests. And over the years, people living here have built up a huge affection for the birds.
It's the first sign of summer. It's usually about May the 6th or 7th every year, and you're wandering about and suddenly you see one. And you come home and you say, the swifts are back.
But there's a big problem here. Most of the houses on this estate are due to be demolished. Now, in the past, that would have been a disaster for the swifts. But the developers have a plan. As the old houses are pulled down, these new homes are being built. But this is an estate with a difference.
Swift conservation has been at the forefront, really, of the design of this site. We've been trying out two different types of nest boxes. We've got internal cavity boxes and the external mounted box that you can see around the estate.
I mean, swifts are having a tough time of it, declined by 47% in the last 10 years alone. That's a really steep and quite shocking decline. So if you can encourage those birds to come and move to new sites like this, it's absolutely brilliant and a really pioneering step. So fingers crossed the birds will be encouraged to move from their old houses to their new ones.
And you can find out whether it works in Inside Out tonight at 7:30 on BBC One.
The motorsport industry in Northamptonshire is celebrating on several fronts tonight after Jenson Button's outstanding drive in the Brazilian Grand Prix. He becomes Britain's 10th world champion, succeeding last year's winner Lewis Hamilton.
And what a year it's been for Button and his team, Brawn GP. The team was created from what used to be Honda and becomes the first team ever to win the Constructors' Championship in its debut season. Let's find out how it all went.
These are the people who helped build Brawn GP's winning car, standing by a sign that would have been unbelievable a year ago. Jenson Button in Brazil was a man on the mission, winning his first world title with a race to go. And Brawn claimed the Constructors' title, this from a team that was only properly formed in March. While it means the earth to Button, the small town of Brackley, so often in the shadow of its neighbouring Silverstone, is enjoying its time in the spotlight.
We always said Silverstone is the biggest place, but now it's Brackley.
I think it's really brought a buzz back to the town, a kind of community spirit here as well, because everybody's talking about it.
It's done a bit for Brackley, I hope. I hope they have a bit of a celebration for him.
No Button or Brawn in Brackley today, just the key workers already planning for next year, like the designers who were, well, in a pub. A liquid lunch at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. One of them shouted, "Don't tell Ross Brawn we're here."
This year has just been a fantastic year, from where we were in December with Honda pulling out to winning coming first and second in Melbourne, and ultimately to where we were yesterday, and it's just a dream come true for everyone.
They no doubt raised a glass to the 250 or so staff who were made redundant when Ross Brawn's management buyout was completed after the Japanese giants Honda decided to quit Formula One.
The work they did over the winter was sensational. And I have to say that all the people that couldn't be with us, because we had to resize the team, just my thanks goes out to them.
The team are planning to celebrate at their factory on Wednesday. The town want Jenson Button to drive the winning car up the high street with a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. That could be interesting.
Let's go live now to Brawn HQ and Jonathan Park.
Yes, Stuart, well, the sign behind me, they wasted no time in getting that one sorted out. It looks good, doesn't it? Brawn GP World Champions 2009. I can tell you they've been stopping here and taking photos on the mobile phones, and even the staff have been coming out of the factory and also taking pictures as well. It's a massive day for Brawn GP. Not everyone went to Interlagos, though, to party. Let's have a chat to John Owen, who's the chief aerodynamicist here at Brawn GP. John, some tough times in the last year here at Brawn GP. It must have been, you know, over the moon to celebrate that triumph.
Well, I mean, after all we've been through this year, it's fantastic to finally achieve this. We've been on the verge of it last couple of races, and to finally, achieve both championships is great, and it's a testament to everything the team's done. and all those who pushed hard over the winter to get to where we are.
Lots of people in Brackley celebrating tonight, as we can hear. Now, I hear rumours that Mercedes will take over Brawn GP, so Brawn GP won't defend their title. Is that true?
Well, I know Nick and Ross are working on a number of things, whether they're Mercedes or not.
Well, that tells us just a little bit. We could do with knowing a little bit more. Let's find out about the weather, shall we?
It was great, wasn't it? It was so
fantastic.
And Jake Humphries was brilliant, because at one point he nearly got kind of completely knocked over by people around him as he was trying to tell us what was going on. Right. Let's see some beautiful pictures taken at Southwold earlier today as the sun was rising. It was quite a chilly old start to the day today, and not all of us got to see this sunshine. For many it was short-lived because there has been an awful lot of cloud around today, which meant it was also not the warmest day. Highs of only 12 or 13 Celsius, so a little bit below normal. If I show you the latest satellite picture, you can still see